How can I argue with that? Huh?
How can I argue with that?
Not my problem.
How can I
A
argue
little
with that?
coin always greases the wheel.
It is so.
That is so. Can I argue with that? No,
You expect me
I
to
don't
believe
think
that?
so.
Ne!うん早く着かないかな。ね
How can I argue with that? Not my problem.
あ、どこへ行くの？
How can I argue with that? How can I argue with that? What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. All right, then.
I have many
How can I
important
argue with
things on
that?
my mind. Your concerns are not among them. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice.
行かなきゃダメなの？
How can I argue with that? How can I argue with that?
How can I argue?
I still don't see why we had to bring it back here.
The Archmage believed it important. It must be powerful.
We don't know that. We don't even know what it is. Where is Arin anyway?
In his quarters with that Thalmor on Kano. Something urgent, it sounded like.
All right, that's enough. Let's return to our business, please.
How can I argue with that?
Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these. All right, then. Huh?
How can I argue with that? Good to see you. Yeah. Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope. It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education. The college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after our own. All right then. The college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after our own. Education is never appreciated until after the fact. Young people never understand this. Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Aliad, Dwemer, Daedric, not even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience. But can you feel that? This marvelous object. It practically radiates magicka. And yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I...
No,
It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go. Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you, specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants. Technically, that is true, but I still report to the Old Merry Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry. You can return to your petty squabbles and meaningless research as soon as this matter is resolved. Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
How can I argue with that?
I don't think so.
Not my problem.
It would seem so.
I don't think so.
It can't be helped. Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person. I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately. But I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with. You set this chain of events in motion at Sarthal. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so. I presume you refer to Onkano's distaste for the Sijic Order. The Thalmor see our order as a threat because we have power, and we will not allow them to control us. I assure you that we mean you no harm. As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided. Unfortunately, the future is as obscure to us as it is to you. The overwhelming power of the Eye makes it difficult for us to see. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlain here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours. I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Were you about to
what
say
is the meaning
something?
of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
How can I argue with that? I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Has Toftir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject. Until next time. You expect me to believe that?
Problem. Huh?
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah.
It would seem so.
True
That
enough.
is the truth.
Huh?
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
It would seem so.
Not my problem.
No, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
It would seem so.
Yeah.
It can't be helped.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yes?
How can I argue with that?
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. That's nothing you need to concern yourself with.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
That is the truth.
Would seem so. Nah, I don't think so.
Very well. It's not something often discussed, as it might be misunderstood by the locals. The Augur is down in the Min, below the college. I don't recommend going down there unless it's absolutely necessary.
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that?
You expect me to believe that?
No more than anyone else, I don't think. They're a very old order. Predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Psijic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
You expect me to believe that?
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that? Can't be helped.
How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yes.
How can I argue with that?
Not my problem.
You expect me to believe that?
Yeah.
Nah.
Not my problem.
Indeed.
Indeed.
How can I argue with that?
You expect
It would seem
me to
so.
believe that?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Indeed.
No, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
Yes.
Can't be helped.
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that?
You
A little
expect me to
coin
believe
greases
greases the wheels.
Not my problem. Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
Yep.
It would seem so.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't think so.
Indeed.
Nah, I don't think so.
Indeed.
How can I argue with that?
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
Little coin.
It would seem so.
Greases the wheels.
You expect me to believe that?
It's true.
No,
Yes.
I don't think so.
Not my problem.
It
I
would
don't think
seem
so.
You expect me to believe that?
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
How can I argue with that?
I don't think so.
Yes?
You expect me to believe that?
It can't be helped.
寝る時間ね。
Yes.
Yes.
How can I argue with that?
Yeah.
How can I argue with that?
It would seem so.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't think so.
That is the truth.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine
How
people.
can I argue with
You
that?
give an old man hope.
Coin always greases the wheels.
Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else.
It can't
He
be
was a
helped.
brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident. Do you remember what I first told you? About how not being able to control magic could destroy you? I didn't simply mean it could kill you. The Augur's accident is another very real type of a life destroyed. Well, it's been described as an accident. I can't imagine it was intentional. Something must have gone wrong, and he ended up in the state he's in now, fused to the energies that flow through the college. I've never felt it appropriate to ask him about it,
It would seem so.
about how that must feel. Or I suppose, if he can feel at all.
Yeah.
Enough.
Indeed.
How can I argue with that?
You expect me to believe that?
I don't think so.
Well, yes. This is rather embarrassing, but it seems I've misplaced something. I can't find my alembic. I suppose I could use another one, but... Well, it sounds silly, but mine has sentimental value. If you happen to see it, would you mind bringing it to me?
How can I argue with that?
My alembic. I need it for some research and can't seem to find it. Take care now.
Yes.
Yes?
Nah, I don't think so.
Indeed.
How can I argue with that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Not my problem.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
You expect me to believe that?
Coin always.
Ah, yes, there it is. Thank you so much. Until next time.
Indeed.
How can I argue with that? Huh?
How can I argue with that?
You expect me to believe that?
Nah, I don't
It can't be helped.
It would seem so.
Not my problem.
How can I argue with
You
that?
expect me to
Can't be
believe that?
A little always greases the wheels.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think
How
so.
can I argue with that?
Not my problem.
Yes?
How can I argue with that?
That is the truth.
It would seem so.
Yes.
You expect me to believe that?
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
No,
Not my
I
problem.
don't think so.
It would seem so.
Huh?
How can I argue? With that?
How can I argue with that?
Yes.
A little coin
No,
always
I don't
greases the
think so.
wheels.
過ちを償いなさい。とりあえず無駄よ。過ちを償いなさい。
perseverance will only lead to disappointment. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter. I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. You seek that which all who wield magic seek, knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing. And it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others. No, though you may be the last, the one who calls himself Ankano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further. You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid a disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
につかないかな。